I am extremely happy that I was able to find you and your resources because, now he'll have to study for the SATs and,
Mm-hmm.
move forward what he's got to prepare for college. And so now I know that I have a great resource that I know he's going to learn from, and it's not outrageously expensive. It's what, the tutoring cost is going for. And it's well worth every single dime that was spent, even though it's kind of like a crash course in 2.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But look, it worked, and it was a great success. My name is Michelle Alvarez, and I am mom to Lucas Martinez. I contacted you for tutoring for my son, 9th grade Algebra EOC exam. It was a great accomplishment for him that he was able to pass it, for the reason that he has struggled his entire educational life passing any exam to this degree and how big it is. So for him, passing it was a big accomplishment for him to get that security that he is able to do it if he prepares and focuses and has the right tools and support. A really self-esteem builder for him. The other thing that, he's very sensitive on his tutors or even his teachers on how they approach him or they speak to him. And he could be easily turned off. And the approach that his tutor had, Brian, they just mended so well. And that also helped in him being able to learn what was being reviewed,
Mm-hmm.
And he would even proactively ask for, can you tutor tomorrow at this time? They were setting their own schedule. So you and I connected, and you placed them with Brian. They mended well, and it was a success. And I've gone through many tutors with him, many through the years.
That's excellent. I'm really, really happy to hear that, especially the relationship that they were able to build amongst each other. That's a very big part of in looking which tutors to hire, who can build the best connection, has that ability to build a connection with the students. And that's really cool. It got him motivated to schedule sessions on his own, like you said, and, meet for more than 1 hour at a time sometimes and things like that. So that's really cool to hear. He kind of took his own initiative and was motivated to do that and looked forward to the sessions, it sounded like.
Yes, he did. He did. Certainly did.
Were you originally skeptical doing Zoom tutoring?
So I'm not skeptical in doing Zoom tutoring because, as we all know, COVID has taught us that we can interact via Zoom, via Teams. I work from home, and my meetings are all virtual for the most part. They started off virtual with COVID. And yes, we're able to meet our clients now, but you can interact virtually and you can see each other. You could see each other's expressions. So you're not missing that because you could visually see that person. And if, in tutoring, let's say they have the camera on, they could see, if Lucas had a question or his expression, the tutor could tell, well, it doesn't seem like you understood that.
Right.
So I don't think it's lost. And I think with our kids now and their technology, it's easier to probably do Zoom in the comfort of their room in their home instead of going to a place where they might be embarrassed or shy because there's other kids there. So for Lucas, at least, it worked out perfectly.
Excellent. I'm really happy to hear that as well. Especially students who academically struggle a little bit more. That's where I hear the parents are the most resistant to kind of doing the Zoom tutoring, and we try to assure them with everything that you kind of just mentioned. And that's a good additional talking point, is that, if the parent is skeptical, say, well, your son or daughters, they're good with technology. They're that generation, so they're more than comfortable with it. And it turns out to be very effective. Something they're very familiar with, actually.
These kids with the technology, this is the way they're going. This is it. This is what they know.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. That's all the questions I had for you officially, Michelle. So I really appreciate that. Just to kind of recap, you had mentioned that when he starts preparing for the SAT, that's when we could revisit tutoring again with Mr. Bryant. And if there was any type of additional, just general math tutoring that he needs during the school year, because he's only a freshman right now. He's going to be a sophomore next year, right?
Yeah, so he will definitely be doing tutoring again. Yes.
Okay.
and maybe some reviews during the summer. We'll see how it goes, but definitely, he did great. It was a success. Let's keep it going for him.
Awesome. Well, I'm here if you need anything in the meantime. I have resources that I send out periodically to, parents and students that might help them. Webinars that I attend, like the recordings and everything. One I actually just attended was really helpful. So I'll continue sending those out and just keeping in touch with you. And otherwise, let me know when you're ready to resume tutoring.
Yeah, sure will. And thank you so much for everything.
My pleasure, Michelle. Thank you again. It was nice to get to meet you face to face.
You too. Yes,
okay.
You too.
Take care.
You.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.